Hi guys! So today I am just going to talk to you guys about the shipping supplies that I use. I just keep this little box with me, and when I'm going through and shipping, I pull this box out and I have everything I need. So I do not print my items, or I do not have a label printer at the moment. I use just a regular printer. So I go into my garage and I print all the pages, and I grab the boxes and envelopes that I need, and then I usually bring all that inside with the gathered clothing and sort it all out. I use the USPS priority mailer boxes. They're free. I get them shipped straight to my home. I go online. I order them straight from the USPS store. They ship straight to my door. I never have to really worry about them. I keep them in my garage. I try to order, a lot at a time so that I'm not ordering constantly and so that I'm not running out of things. But I usually ship most of my stuff in the Tyvek envelopes, and so I order the most of those. One thing I do want to say with that, I haven't had this be an issue for me, but just beware when you are ordering the priority mail envelopes that you are not ordering the priority mail. Supposedly you're supposed to be able to use flat rate, but I just avoid it because there have been a lot of people that have said that they've had issues with it, so I don't do that. And there's another one. There's like the military ones. Don't use those. Those are only for shipping things to military. Don't do that. And then there's another one, like not first class. Here's another one. It's priority mail. So just get the ones that just say priority mail. They shouldn't say anything else. They shouldn't say flat rate. If the box labels will say like medium box, large box, all this stuff. But if they say flat rate medium box, that's not one that you want. So, okay, so after all of that, I cut out all my labels. Eventually, I would like to get a label printer. They look to cost about $80 to $150, $200, and I just don't really want to spend that right now. So I just used a regular printer. I send them straight from my phone. I have a Bluetooth printer, and I just send them straight to my phone, print them out. Everything is awesome. And now I have the Lego song stuck in my head, and if you don't know that song, look it up. You can thank me later. So I cut up all my labels, and then usually, for whatever reason, I don't have one in here right now. I have pens, but I usually keep a pencil because I like to write on the back of the labels what they go with, so that because I have them all laid out, but if they get separated, I want to make sure that I'm putting the right label on the right thing. So I put the items in their boxes, I cut out the labels, I write with a pencil on the back of the labels what sold that matches with that label. So then I put my items, I don't wrap them. I was for a long time wrapping everything in tissue paper, all this stuff. I don't really do that anymore. When I order Posh packages, if people send me tissue paper, I will reuse that tissue paper to send things out. But I don't go out and buy tissue paper. I try to avoid purchasing anything that I don't need, because honestly, I resell to make money, and I also resell to avoid adding more waste into the world. Like, that is my purpose for thrifting. I am giving all of these clothing new life that would otherwise get sent to a garbage dump. It's ridiculous. So I try to avoid that. Again, I also don't like just trashing things for no reason. So when people send me things some people send things in plastic bags. I choose not to do that either. I've never had an issue with anything getting wet. I think that if I was ever worried about something getting wet and being ruined, I would put it in a Tyvek envelope and either double Tyvek it if I was that worried about it, or put it like tie back envelope in a box. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, the tie back envelopes are the large, I should have grabbed one. They're the large USPS envelopes, and they're like a crinkly feeling. I don't know how to describe them, but if you look them up, TYVEK, they will come up, and they're really convenient. I use those most often to ship, like I said. So I do have things like little bags and stuff that I've collected that if I am reselling jewelry or small items, I try to put them in there, just, you know, for the courtesy of someone that bought it, so it's not thrown around inside of a box or something, because that's dumb. I do also have this in there. Sometimes, rather than just shoving things in a box, if things fit pretty snugly in the box, I like to, I pick these up secondhand. Be honest here, guys, almost everything that I do is secondhand. So, but I just basically tie it up with this, because then it at least doesn't look like I'm just shoving something into a box, which I do not do that anyways. I fold everything because I'm a freak, but you know, I like to fold. You should see my laundry pile. It's sitting next to me right now. I like to fold. For a while, I was also sending thank you cards. I do not do that anymore. It did help me get through my thank you cards. I had a lot of thank you cards, and now I don't. If someone buys a bundle or a purchase that is over $50, because I am a fast flipper, most of my stuff's not $50, I still send them a thank you card, just out of appreciation for making a large purchase, because it's kind. So I do that. I have pens in here. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. I'm assuming the cards. I just sort of collect things after a while, I think. I do have a Scotty peeler in here. If you didn't see my first video about listing, I use these to get stickers off. Sometimes I find leftover sticker residue that I missed on like the bottoms of shoes or something, and I just use this to get it off really quickly before shipping it out, because I don't want to ship out anything that's gross, or I've even washed things and had to ship out 2 days late because I had to wash it first, because I just didn't approve of how it looked. So, you know, it is what it is. I also, for a while, was decorating the outside of my packages. Again, I don't do that very often. Sometimes if I only have a couple packages, because I have this stuff and I want to use it, I just add this tape stuff to the outside of my package just for fun, just to give it a little character. But it's not necessary. It really isn't. Poshmark isn't something that people aren't buying things from you to judge you on your packaging. Most people are aware that the items that they're getting are secondhand, and so they don't expect the froofy packaging. It's fun, it's nice, it's, you know, it is what it is, but it's not necessary by any means. It is not necessary, and if it makes it so that you can't resell because you don't have all the froofy extras and you can't afford to get them, don't. Like, I started with a roll of Dollar Tree tape, a handful of USPS boxes, and I went to the library and paid 5 cents to print out every label because I didn't have a printer that was working and I couldn't afford $40 for ink. It is what it is. You can find ways to make it work. It's just sometimes you have to work a little bit for it. So, the last thing that I was going to say is that I do use tape. I try to avoid Dollar Tree tape anymore just because it's frustrating for me and I can afford not to. But you can get tape from the dollar store, so do that. Actually, for Christmas, my husband got me this, which is nice for boxes, not so much for the tie bag envelopes because these dumb blades break into it. So, but it's nice for like closing boxes when I do use boxes, and I currently use it to put labels on too, because like I said, I don't have a label maker printer. And then the last thing I use is, this is a specific brand of tape, but this is the, oh oh, I don't know now. Like duck. It has like a duck picture on it. I don't know what it is. It's not duct tape, but like it has like a duck picture on it. It's usually green. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened. But this is my favorite tape because it like does not, I don't have issues with it sticking to itself, and it's super easy to get off this roll. I obviously don't have any right now, otherwise I would show you. But if you are going to splurge on tape, I seriously suggest this stuff because this is my favorite. And the nice thing about this one is that I can use this one on the Tyvek envelopes, where this one I can't, because this one, in order for the blade to come out, you have to push back on this, and that happens on like moving boxes, like when you're doing it, but you can't do that with the soft envelopes. So I would definitely suggest this, but to each their own. One last thing I do want to suggest, obviously it's not in my box because it's a tool that I use online, but if you go to the USPS site, if you have the ability to ship from your home and you're not worried about package thieves or anything like that, then you can totally schedule a pickup and they will come to your house and pick up. It's free of charge as long as you get daily mail service at your home. So I'm lucky enough that I do get daily mail service at my home, and it makes it really easy on me to be able to ship my package, get it all packaged up and put it out at the front door in the morning. So I hope all of this was helpful. Maybe you found something that you didn't think of before, or maybe you have some other ideas that you'd like to share. I'd love to hear it. Feel free to comment down below. We'd love to have some more ideas. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you later.